Hi everyone, we're going to dive straight into my February favorites today, and is there anybody not putting this in their favorites lately? I feel like it's Sweet Peach overkill, but my god, I cannot get enough of these. The Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. This is the original version from 2016. Sorry, the start of 2016, not the re-release at the end of 2016. I got so annoyed that I couldn't talk about this that much because so few people got it back when it originally launched. But this thing is freaking amazing. I don't get tired of this. These shades are stuff that you've already all seen from every other YouTuber on the planet at this point. But it's wonderful. It started to get a lot warmer here in Toronto throughout February. We've had some freakishly warm days, which is so inappropriate for February. But it's made me want to dive straight back into this. I don't get tired of this thing. I mean, it's not really that bright of a palette. In general, it is a pretty much peach toned neutral palette. I'm glad that there's this like pop of neon basically with candied peach. Luscious is beautiful, and actually if you're looking for a dupe, MAC's All That Glitters shadow is a perfect dupe for that one, but it doesn't smell like peaches. I'm also really happy for these two shades right here. Summer Yum and Puree are beautiful, deep, warm shades that really add something special to a look. I feel like I don't see those two shades in particular in palettes, so I'm really happy to have them in this one. And I have loved this palette intensely since I've gotten it. I even remember for the month of June last year, I only used this palette for work. I wore it Monday through Friday for an entire month and never got tired of it. And now I'm back to using it again just because it's getting warmer here and I love it. Sticking with the Too Faced Sweet Peach stuff, one of the items I was really skeptical about when they first launched it was the Sweet Peach Glow palette. I saw one good review right off the bat, and I think it was X-Sparkage who talked about loving it, and then I saw nothing but crappy reviews after that. And I was like, ooh, like I guess I'm not interested in it. I mean, the reviews were really bad. Mostly they were complaining about the lack of pigmentation. I did get this one from PR. I didn't purchase it because, as I said, I'd read so many bad reviews that I just didn't want to invest my money in it. And I was shocked. I love this thing so much. So many people hated it. I get plenty of pigment. I don't really know what other people were talking about. I mean, it is pale in tone. Let's be honest here. This is for my skin color, not that much deeper. You're going to suffer a little bit if you are a deeper tone and looking for like color payoff. But I mean, like, if you're deeper in tone, you're not reaching for a bronzer that's this shade. That being said, I wish they had released more shades, like make their like a deeper shade for this palette. But for the people that it does work for, I get plenty of color payoff. This blush is phenomenal. It is so freaking nice. This is exactly the kind of coral shade that I am most in love with. And then the highlighter is also peachy beige shade, and it's beautiful too. So yeah, I was terrified that I wasn't gonna love this, and I am over the moon with it. I brought this on vacation with me when I went to Halifax last weekend and never got tired of it. There was no point in the 4 days that I was there that I went, oh god, I don't want to wear this thing. No, loved it every single day. So the other item I brought to Halifax with me was the Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette. This one in particular is the Rust Quad. And I brought this with me because I didn't really want to be fussing with my eyeshadow very much. I don't know, do you ever get that way? If you're on vacation, the last thing you want to do is like sit down and be like, okay, which 4 shades am I going to put on my eyes today? You just want the look to work flawlessly without thinking when you're on vacation. At least that's the way I think. So I was originally going to bring, I think, my Too Faced Peanut Butter and Jelly palette, and then I went, no, go simpler than that. So I was like, okay, what do I have? And this is the first thing that came to mind because this is a full look for me. You've got like your mid-tone shade that you can put through the crease and on the lid. You've got a brow bone highlight shade. You've got a shade to make the crease more interesting in tone, and for me that's always like an orange shade. And then you've got a color to deepen everything up. Perfect palette for a long weekend where you don't want to have to think about your eyeshadow. Plus, they are mostly matte. This white-ish cream shade did actually have a bit more of a sheen to it than I originally thought it did, but hey, that added to the look. So Kat Von D Shade and Light eye palette in Rust is beautiful. All right, and the last few things I have to talk about are nail polish, which is You know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm into nail polish now. I'm not crazy about it like some people are. I much prefer eyeshadow palettes. But for a long time I've been saying, I don't like nail polish. But you know what? I'm in it now. I've got nails that are actually a decent length for like the first time in my life, and I'm enjoying nail polish. So the first items I want to mention are these beautiful shades by Mary Kay. This is part of their spring 2017 launch. And originally when the package came, I was like, oh, nail polish, what do I care? Like, give me more eyeshadow kind of thing. Then I opened them and I was like, oh, that's a good shade. Oh, that's a good shade. And that's a good one. Like, every time I opened the package, I was met with another beautiful shade of nail polish. These colors are astoundingly pretty for the spring. I have worn the Vivid Sunburst shade, and I've also worn the Brilliant Violet color. Beautiful in 2 coats. This is absolutely opaque and thick and gorgeous. And the other 2 I haven't worn yet, but I am so excited to put on my nails are the, what's your name? New Blue, which is kind of almost like a paler Tiffany blue. And then this one is Luminous Mauve, which honestly looks more like a pale lilac to me. Also worth mentioning with these brushes is that they have quite a thick wand, which I love because it's easier to cover your nails. It's not a super skinny one and it's not a super fat one. It is just right. So anyway, love these nail polishes so much. I've worn these too and I cannot wait to put these on my nails next. And the last item I have to talk about is another nail polish, but it fills me with so much joy that I can finally tell you how much I love this thing. So I have mentioned probably more on Snapchat than I have in video, but I wear holographic silver glitter polish on my toenails. That's the only thing I wear. And the drugstore doesn't really seem to sell that kind of nail polish anymore. I don't know what happened, but I can't buy it, or at least I'm not finding it in the drugstores that I'm in. And I've purchased some online and just friggin' hated them. That's actually coming up in a products I regret buying video, so you'll hear more about that soon. But I've had really bad experience with recent hollow silver glitters just like popping off my toenails or chipping. And frankly, toenail polish should last forever as far as I'm concerned. So I was complaining to my beauty blogging friend, Maddie, who actually owns a nail polish brand, a Canadian indie brand by the name of Beyond the Nail. And she's like, well, I make that polish. And I was like, why have I not thought to mention this to you before? So she sent me a bottle of her holographic silver glitter polish in the shade Silver Hollow Micro. Makes sense. And it's incredible. It is so, so good. I have had this on my toenails now for a week and a half. There's no chipping. Not a single toenail polish has popped off, which can be a problem with silver glitter because it just kind of, it congeals, coagulates, whatever. It forms into like a layer and it can just snap off. It hasn't moved. I haven't needed to add another coat on. It was opaque in 2 coats too. That's another thing. Sometimes silver glitters can need like 4 layers. This thing is magical. So she did send this one to me to try out, but I'm going to be buying this from her from now on. I am so excited. Maddie, thank you so, so much for sending that to me. I'm in love. And we're done. That's my February favorites. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.